Hello, how's everyone doing today? I will be doing a presentation today on content marketing. Um, this is something that's really important for e-commerce companies, and we'll get started. Just waiting for Jim to join here. Okay, all right. So yeah, with today's presentation on the content marketing, we're going to go through and explain what content marketing is and why it's critical for your e-commerce website. So let's go ahead and let's get started.
Jim Brandt joined.
Okay, so in today's live streaming event, we're going to talk about content marketing for e-commerce. I see that Jim has joined us now. Sorry, Jim, I gave you the wrong link. So
Okay, no problem.
So welcome back.
Mhm.
All right, so what we're going to talk about is content is king. And do you know what that means, Jim?
No, I was going to ask you.
Well,
It,
content king is basically in the marketing world, it refers to the fact that, if you really want Google to pay attention to you, you really need to have excellent content. So think about yourself when you're doing some searching on Google, right? If you're looking for, let's say the best toothbrush, then, you're going to go through and you want to get some articles and some information that is relevant to what it is that you're asking Google to find for you. So it's, it's going to find content. It's going to prioritize content that goes into some detail about the toothbrush, how it works, maybe even the history of a toothbrush, and so forth and so forth. So really the only way to get a lot of traffic to your website is through content marketing, and make sure that that content is something that people are interested in, because the more that people are interested in it, the more that they're going to link to that content, and Google's going to see those as backlinks, the more traffic that you're going to get to it, and Google's going to notice that as well. So content is king is really important around e-commerce if you want to drive new traffic to your website.
so you're talking about a lot more than just descriptions of the products.
Exactly, yeah. And we'll get into a little bit of that. We're going to still take a high-level overview to this, to content marketing, but there'll be enough there to excite the brain and get people some information that actionable information that they can use to run their own website. So first, we're going to start out with the question of what is content marketing, and we put together a really great little video on that explains content marketing, what the benefits are, and why you want to do it. So, Jim, if it's okay, I'd like to play that video here real quick.
Sounds good.
All right, and I'll go ahead and make the screen full size while we do that. So there we go for that, and let's watch the video.
Content or inbound marketing. Before telling you more about this modern approach, you must truly understand how traditional outbound marketing works. In this older concept, the center of the process is the marketing message you want to spread out to your potential customers. And you can use various ways to do that. Cold calls, TV or radio advertising, direct mail, or newspaper ads. I'm not telling you these methods don't work. They do, but they have so many disadvantages. First, you need to spend a ridiculous amount of money to get your marketing message to people. Second, not all of these people are actually your target audience, so only a part of them will react. Last but not least, some people will probably get angry since outbound marketing is sometimes perceived as aggressive advertising. Content or inbound marketing, on the other hand, is an entirely different story. The center of the process is, guess what? Content. It's all about creating something interesting, helpful, enjoyable. An article, blog, video, infographics, something that your prospects might be naturally attracted to when browsing the web or social networks. It's a lot cheaper, more effective, and non-aggressive. To be honest, you're watching a content marketing right now. So how can we help you more? We will find the right types of content for your business, optimize it for search engines to get you ranked higher, promote your content on social media and other channels, and finally, improve the conversion rates to turn even more visitors into customers. Wait no more. Contact us today.
Well, Jim, what did you think of that?
Yeah, that gave me a lot better idea what we're talking about.
Fantastic. So next, we'll talk about just a few different statistics just to kind of educate people and get the brain going. 60% of marketers list content marketing as their top inbound priority, and marketers that create regular content receive approximately 67% more leads versus those that don't. So that's a HubSpot had done a survey of customers, and that's what they found. So content marketing is effective. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the return on investment that you get from your content marketing. So unlike something like, let's say, pay-per-click or even social media, content marketing, whatever it is that you create as far as content put on your website, it's going to be there for as long as you keep it there. And Google's going to keep referring and looking at that and indexing it and putting it on their search engine for as long as you keep it there. So in this example, we have a company that is producing an equivalent amount of content each month. But you notice as each month goes by, they're getting more and more and more traffic because the amount of content that they have that's creating, that's showing up on the search engines is amplifying each and every month, building on top of each other. So by the time you get to month 12, now you're getting a lot of traffic coming in from a wide variety of keywords that people are searching on Google, and that investment that you're making, that you made 12 months ago, is still providing a return on investment compared to something like pay-per-click, where as soon as someone's clicked on it, if they don't buy it from you, you already, pretty much lost them. So content marketing is a fantastic return on investment, and it's something that you can, start with a small budget, but and just keep on it until you get to a point that it's starting to drive quite a bit of traffic to your website. All right, moving on to the next slide. I just thought that this one was interesting, so that's why I included it here. So it's basically content marketing staff by business size. So these are for full-time employees. The column over here on the left is how many full-time content marketing employees that the company has. And the 4 rows next to it, or 3 rows in the middle, I guess, is different size of businesses and how many dedicated employees that they have towards content marketing. So you'll notice that small businesses, as what they define as under 100 employees, at the very bottom there, you'll notice that 50% of them have no one on staff for their full-time content marketing. And then, 27%, which is the next highest one, means 1 person on staff. So that means that most small businesses have either 1 or nobody on staff to create the content marketing that they need to grow their business. So as you look at, let's say the medium-sized companies and large-sized companies, obviously they have full-time employees for that. One of the questions, I guess, that's out there is, are these companies medium and large size because of the fact that they've made the investment into content marketing, which has helped them grow? And then, of course, they need more people to help run the business after that, right? So, if you're a small business, keep in mind, content marketing really is a key for you if you want to grow your e-commerce. And the only way that you're really going to grow your business is to create some content marketing. All right, so we're going to go through a couple pro tips. So pro tip number 1 is research your keywords. And what I mean by that is, again, think of yourself and how you use Google. So, if you're looking to buy, let's say, some tennis shoes, and, you're going to Google you're going to do some search into Google, and it's going to be something maybe a little bit more specific. I want to get some red running tennis shoes. So I'm going to type in red running tennis shoes. So that becomes my keyword. And that's actually what they would call a long tail keyword, meaning that it's got multiple things and it's really starting to narrow things down. Now, one of the things, if you're a company that sells tennis shoes, you have to find all the permutations that people are going to type to find the type of products that you are selling. So they have these tools that's out there like SEMrush, Ubersuggest, Ahrefs. There's just a bunch of them that will help you to do the keyword research of how many people each month are searching for the various keywords that are related to your type of products. And you want to get that information because you want to prioritize. Well, number one is you want to make sure that whatever it is that you write, it's going to be SEO optimized, and we'll talk about that here in a second. So this way, when people are searching for it, they can find your product. And then, number two is you want to make sure that you're prioritizing your content first on the keywords that have the most traffic. So remember when we were looking at that slide before, the company was creating content each month. Well, if they really do it right, month one is going to be content around the items that people are mostly searching for. And then as they get into month 12, it'll be keywords that maybe don't have as much search volume. So keep that in mind. So yeah, you're going to want to research your keywords, come up with your keywords, and then basically create content around those keywords. And that brings us to pro tip number 2, SEO optimize your content. So in this case, what we've done is with our Entice team, we went through for a company, we did some keyword research, and then we prioritized, and then we brought those keywords into a SEO writing engine. And there's several of those type of products that's out there for a monthly fee. And what we did was basically put those keywords, and you can kind of see that over here. And then as we're writing the article, it's got a ranking score over in here that will tell us how our article is doing in relation to the keywords that we're trying to target. So once we create this content and we feel comfortable that the content score is high enough for us to post it onto the website, then we'll post it onto the website. Pretty cool, huh, Jim?
Yeah.
So
I understand that.
So you see where number 1 and number 2 really kind of fit together. We're going to go out, we're going to find what keywords that match our products. Once we find that, we're going to find out which ones have the most traffic. Once we figure that out, then we come into this step where we're going to put those keywords in. We're going to SEO optimize our content. So this way, when people search for things on Google, boom, they find us. Pro tip number 3, promote or cross-post your content onto social media. So websites like Facebook, LinkedIn, and a few others allow you to, post either stories or articles, or in the case of LinkedIn, you can actually duplicate your blog onto their website as well. Now, the great thing about this is it's going to allow for you to get traffic that otherwise you wouldn't be getting, because these are people that's onto those particular social media platforms, and they're using that instead of Google to do their searching. So make sure that you promote and cross-post all of your content onto your social media. The other thing that you could do is you can also post things on Twitter of, hey, we wrote a great blog article, or we added this to our content hub. Click here to check it out. So it's another way of driving traffic to your website. Now, here's something that a lot of people really don't spend enough time on, I think, is product descriptions. And product descriptions is part of content marketing in multiple different ways. And this is a screenshot from our Connected Business e-commerce module. And over on the left here, you'll see that there's SEO optimized metadata, keywords, descriptions. And this is important for a few things. One is this will show up on your web pages, but inside the code portion of it. And it's put up in a way that, Google will be able to recognize what that data is. It's called meta tags. And, but also within the meta tags, we have the information of, how that's going to show up in Google. So for example, the search engine title, that's the title that people are going to see. And then the search engine description, that's the description that's going to show up right underneath the title. So you want to make sure that, if you're going to write content and you're going to have that content get rated, you want to make sure that you have a title and a description that people are going to want to click on. So if you're on page 1, but you don't have a really good title or a really good description, people probably still won't click on you. And that kind of defeats the whole purpose, doesn't it, Jim?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So one of the nice things as we started to do the Entice digital marketing agency around our Connect to Business product, we found that the Connect to Business e-commerce module needed some additional features added to it. So this way we could really take advantage of some of the SEO stuff that's out there. So you'll notice down at the bottom here, we have a description 2, a description 3, a description 4, a description 5. Now, the reason why we put that is because it allows you to have all these different descriptions and you can use them any way that you want. For example, one of our clients, we use this description 2 for frequently asked questions. So if they have a customer that will ask a question, they'll go ahead and update that into the description 2 for that product along with the answer. And then that becomes content that, product content as well. And we'll talk about that more here in a moment. Now, you'll notice in description 3 here, we have this topic name is bedding. And what we've done is we've created a web page called Bedding that talks about some items related to the bedding products that we have. And we're going to take a look at that here. And you'll notice like this is at the bottom of a product. I think that we're selling pillows or sheets or whatever it happens to be. But all of the bedding products basically have these, a whole bunch of these different things at the bottom that talks about the quality of our product, the design of our product, what makes our product special. And we create this content once, and I'll go back up into here. We create this content once under a topic page called bedding, and then we just basically refer to this on each and every page that has those type of products. So we also have one for swimsuits, and we have one for let's say shoes. Maybe the shoes will talk about the materials and the sizing guides and things like that. So if you need to, let's say, SEO optimize it a little bit more in the future, you just need to change that one topic page, and all of the sections below will change
So,
automatically.
so then it applies to all of them within that group.
Or yeah, every product that you assign that page to.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a way that you can easily reuse content across all of your products, and of course that does show up on Google. So it is content marketing. But it also helps with your conversion rates as well. Think about, think about yourself. You're shopping, you want to buy some, quality sheets for your bed. You read a, paragraph or two about, the sheets that you're going to buy, and it sounds pretty good. But as you scroll down, you see a little bit more about the company, and maybe they talk about the materials that they use and the processes that they go through, and, just a little bit more about the company, the quality, the design philosophies, whatever it is that content that you want to create down there, just so people feel more comfortable actually clicking the add to cart button and completing the checkout. So something like this helps your company in so many different ways. Content marketing is only one of those ways. We're also talking about product descriptions and content marketing. Don't forget about SEO optimizing your pictures as well. So that's something that we've noticed a lot of customers don't do. But a lot of people, especially if they're searching to buy something, they may type in like what we talked about before, the red tennis shoes, right? And then they'll go over to, let's say in Google, they'll click on images, and then they'll take a look because they can see what all these shoes look like, and they go, oh, that one looks nice. And then they'll click on that, and then they'll go into the page. But if you don't SEO optimize your pictures, you'll never get that traffic. And that can be a lot of traffic. I don't talk much about video in this presentation, but it's the same thing with videos. So if you have product videos, then they'll show up if someone clicks on the video tab over in Google as well. Over on the right here, we talk about the SEO optimized product descriptions. So that's important as well. I embrace user-generated content. With the latest versions of Connect to Business, we really focused on the review section. We completely rewrote it. I think it was for version 21 or 22. My memory is getting bad. I'm getting old. But the user-generated content is just important because as people are leaving reviews and talking about things, Google will grab that information and they'll put it onto into their search engines. This way, if someone types in, "I want some beautiful, excellent red tennis shoes," and there's a review about, "Hey, these are beautiful and excellent," um, the chances of you showing up higher in Google is much higher. Now, in some cases, you may not have a lot of reviews. Uh, so with Entice, all of our customers get a trust bucket account, which then allows for people to leave company reviews. So I've been buying from this company for a long time. These guys have excellent shipping. Their customer service is fantastic. Uh, and they may talk about specific products as well. So the important thing with that is this information also gets Googled, gets brought up to Google. So if someone's talking about, I want to buy red tennis shoes from an excellent company that ships on time, then there's a good chance that some of those reviews will get brought into the SEO for your website, and then it will show up higher on Google. All right, here's an easy one, actually. One that a lot of our clients don't do. Category content. So, within our e-commerce module, as well as others, you have the ability to, put some information onto the category pages. Now, if you're a company with, let's say, hundreds or thousands of products, or even tens of thousands of products, and you just don't have the time to go through and SEO optimize each and every product, chances are, you have a much smaller amount of product categories. If you optimize those product categories, they will show up on Google. And when people click on it, then they'll see a collection of your items that match what it is that they Googled. So maybe in my case, I would see a whole bunch of different red tennis shoes. But so, if, this is an easy win. It doesn't require a lot of time and effort to create the product categories, but there is a lot of return on it. So if you're not doing it, make sure that you do. The one thing to keep in mind is before, remember, we're looking at the SEO writing tool and making sure that it was keyword optimized. You want to make sure that you keyword optimize this content as well. So if I'm going through and I'm looking for LED wall packs for residential or commercial property, there's a good chance that residential, commercial, LED wall packs. So, that is, one of the things I think that most of our customers would get an immediate benefit from is the category content and SEO optimizing that. So one of the things that, we want to bring up here at Entice is, we level the playing field. What I mean by that is, as you saw, like, a company with, over 1,000 employees can have, 5 to 10 people on staff that's just working on product content and moving that company forward, and making sure that they continue to be a company that's getting a lot of leads from search engines like Google or Facebook or LinkedIn, depending on your business model, or creating videos to make sure that they're getting that as well. Social media, making sure that they're creating content for that. So they're able to make that investment because they're a bigger company, they have more resources, and they're going to use those resources to pull ahead of you even further. But with Entice, we level the playing field. You don't have to have full-time employees for these type of things. You can, take the resources that we have and grow your business that way. And then, Jim, the last thing that I wanted to mention with this is, and this is a lot of our customers are concerned about, their costs and how do they allocate those costs. With Entice, you only pay for your productive time. So you're not paying for vacations. You're not paying for people to learn things. You're not paying for sick time. You're not paying for water cooler time, or where someone just has a headache and not being productive time. You're only paying for the productive time. There was and any of you can go out and Google it, but it's really anywhere from 2.5 hours to 3 hours a day of productive time is really the average. Averages out to about 12.5 hours a week. So even though, let's say as a company, you might be paying someone 40 hours a week. If you really monitor their productive time, you might only be getting 12 to 15 hours a week of productive time out of it. So with Entice, it is a good deal because of the fact that, you're not having to worry about your team being trained up on the latest technology. You're not having to worry about, staffing issues and hiring people and teaching them about your company. You're just paying for the productive time that you get out of it.
Yeah, and Gary, the other thing too is that we have so many different types of experts, and so a company couldn't possibly have that many employees to cover all the different areas.
Right. And we get to see, because we have a wide variety of customers, we get to see what's working, what's not working. It could be what was working 2 years ago is, not working today.
Hmm, you're
Um,
right.
One of the things, like I said before, we really didn't go into very much into the content marketing is the fact that, video marketing is starting to become a trend. Obviously, what we're doing right now is video marketing. So anybody who's watching this is actually has been brought in by our content marketing. Um, and video marketing was something that's not really out there 2 years ago, but now it's a big thing. And we'll do a live streaming event on how to do a live streaming event. We have a full guide that we give to our clients on how to put one of those together. But the great things about, let's say, a live streaming event is we could do some marketing before, we can do the live streaming event, and then do some marketing later to let people know that this live streaming event exists. We could put the live stream onto Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, which then will bring traffic back and also, gains credibility. So if you're a company that has, let's say, designs your own products or manufactures your own products, the ability to go to a live streaming event and talk about, how you designed the product, how you manufactured it, is something that people would just love to see, love to hear about, and could definitely make a difference for you. All right, Jim. I think that concludes our presentation for today. I'll
Yeah,
go
boy,
ahead and
that was real productive.
yeah, I just, again, the purpose of these live streaming events is not to get into the details of everything because it does end up being a little bit customized or a little bit different for everybody. But, just to kind of give a high level. So this way, when you go out and you do some research, for your own, how you're going to do your own content marketing, that you have an idea of some of the theories and some ideas of where to start. So unless that you have any questions, Jim, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up, and we'll meet everyone again next week for the next live streaming event.
Yeah, that sounds real good.
All right, great. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for attending today's live streaming event, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Okay, bye.